This video is brought to you by SmugMug. I'd like to thank SmugMug for sponsoring this show and helping to bring these videos to you. Welcome back once again to Jack's Tech Corner and another Photoshop video tutorial. Today's tutorial I will be using Photoshop CS6, but this will also work in CS5 or Photoshop Elements or just about any other version of editor you may have that Adobe produces. Today we're going to be talking about selective repair. Now, how this happens, sometimes when you're using, I found when using the spot healing brush or the patch tool or any type of a tool where you're covering something up that you don't want, sometimes you can get a slight mistake that you're going to have to repair. And that's what this video prompted me to do this video. So now let's go ahead and we're going to go right to this repair, and I'll show you how to fix a place that I actually messed up a little bit by using the spot healing brush. Okay, so today we're going to be looking right down here by this tractor trailer truck. You can see where I removed or where I went over something here. I believe it was a tree, and it took out part of the bridge. And in looking this, I thought, well, before I post this picture, I want to make sure that I can repair that bridge to make it look better than what it does right now. So how would I go about doing that? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and blow this area up here so we can see what we're doing. So we grab our magnifying glass and we're going to blow this area up here so we can see what's going on. Oop. And then we're going to try to move this around just a little bit just to get it over here so I can work on it. Now, this is one thing that I teach in a lot of my classes when I'm out on sites, is that the more you can blow your picture out without really pixelating it, the better off you're going to be, because then you can see the fine details of what you're doing to work on your picture. Today I am using my Wacom or Wacom board, which I don't use all the time, but I found whenever I'm doing selective work like this or painting with the brush, it's a lot easier to use the finger controls than it is to use a mouse. Now, if you don't have this, the mouse will still work. Don't worry about that. So the first thing we're going to do here is we are going to go down and we are simply going to add a new layer. Now, with this layer selected, we're going to go over and click on our color palette. And we're going to select a new foreground. Now, whenever you put your mouse down, you're going to see right away now, if you look on the screen here, you'll see that it turns into a eyedropper. And if we click right around where that area is, what's going to happen is we're going to pick up the color sample that is. That's how we figure out exact colors, folks. We don't have to guess these colors. Then simply go up and click OK. Now, with that done, let's go over here and grab ourselves a paintbrush. The mode's going to be normal up here. The brush, I like to use just a little bit softer brush, so we'll make sure we have a softer brush. And then I use my left and right bracket keys to adjust the brush size. We're going to get right down here, and once I get the right bracket size and make sure I'm still on my layer 1, I'm just going to start painting this over here, just real lightly. You don't have to paint it too dark there, because again, you're just, this is a part of an overall picture here, so we're just kind of cleaning it up a little bit and making it a little bit cleaner there. Alright, once you get that done, what I would suggest to do then is go over where it says on the layer mode and change this and see what it looks like some of these different modes. Let's do a soft light. Well, see, we just see right through that, so that's not good. Overlay? No. Let's try multiply. That's not too bad. We can try darken. And that's not too bad either. I don't mind that too much. But instead of what we're going to do is we're going to go and leave it normal, I think. And we're just going to try to lower the opacity just a little bit. Just so we can blend that in a little bit better and make it look more like that surrounding area. You don't want to make it look over painted, that's what I'm saying. So instead of, if the overlays or the blending modes do not work properly for you, then go ahead with the opacity. Now we're going to come down here and we're going to once again click on our foreground color. And now we're going to click on this green to pick that up. Click on that. And again, give yourself a new layer. I like working on new layers because we know we have that brown part of the bridge done and we know it's acceptable and that we're going to use that part. So now we go ahead and we can work on this green part here. And then just go down here and again start painting. Just real lightly. Try not to paint anywhere where you really don't have to. And again, we'll just come down here a little bit and just paint a little bit there. So there's your painting there. And once again, you can try those. You can try lighten or screen or multiply. You can see there where that makes it a little bit rough right there. If you paint over that anymore, the same effect's going to come out for you. So we don't want to multiply. Overlay doesn't look too bad. So we can kind of overlay that. And then again, we can lower the opacity just a little bit. Let's click back on this layer just to see if we can't cover some of this brown up here. We must have got a little bit crazy there when we were painting the other stuff there. So then the opacity is already lowered there, so just watch how low you get it there. And that looks pretty good. Now remember, even if it looks slightly awkward to you right now because it's fully blown up so you can work on this picture, it's still going to be okay when we go ahead and push it back out. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to View, and we'll just go to Fit on a Screen. Now you can see the overall effect looks a lot better than where that was missing down there, and it's a lot more cleaned up. So that is how we do selective repair of a picture that we can have problems with in a certain area. Just a little bit of brushing and just very easy on the opacity just to turn it down. You don't want it too over brightened so it's too blown out and you would be like, wow, that was a big mistake that the photographer made and they covered it up. We don't want to do that. So that is how you clean it up. Now the overall picture looks a lot better. Now it would be worthwhile to post this picture. So folks, I hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial of a Photoshop editing selective repair is what we're going to call this video. And if you'd like to stop by my website, jackstechcorner.com, you can find a DVD there. You could pick that up, and it greatly helps to show, and I do appreciate when you pick that DVD up. It's Photoshop Elements Video Tutorials, and there's a ton of tutorials on there. There's 112 videos that will keep you busy for hours on end learning how to do your photo editing. There's also, if you're interested in Lightroom 4, there's a Lightroom 4 video. If you're new to Lightroom, it's a great way to learn and to get more accustomed to Lightroom, and they're very inexpensive. Or you can simply donate to the show, which helps me to purchase the new software and gear that I need to keep producing and bringing you these shows. So at the very least, please click on the subscribe button. I'd love to have you here as a subscriber on YouTube. And drop me a comment sometime to let me know how I'm doing or if you have any suggestions for a future show. Once again, thank you very much for watching me. I'm Jack, and this is Jack's Tech Corner. And I'll see you back here next time for another photo type video. Bye for now.